friends and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about something very exciting that is possibly coming out to the Wizarding world, hopefully very soon, but we don't actually have an official date for yet. But yeah, there is talks about a Snape prequel, a backstory into Snape's life. So I'm going to be delving a little bit into these rumours and seeing kind of what's going on. So if you are intrigued and would like to hear more, then do carry on watching. Don't forget, if you are new and you haven't done already, to please hit the subscribe button to become part of my little magical community and turn the notification bells on as well to be notified every time I upload a video. And you can always go and check me out on my social media. A big shout out as well to my patrons. You guys are amazing. If you are interested in joining us on Patreon, the link is in the description down below. You can go and check it out. Quickly jumping in, guys, I do have a quick shout out to our sponsor today. This video is sponsored by Real Wizardry. Real Wizardry is a magical YouTube channel as well as an online magical store. They sell potion bottles, Wizarding World tickets, t-shirts and much more. I myself have one of the potion bottles that he's created, so this is all handmade by Neil, who runs Real Wizardry, and I have a night bus ticket that he created as well, and I can confirm that all the items that he produces are of a really great quality. They are really unique items, and you can just tell that a lot of care and attention to detail has been put into these items. The links to Real Wizardry will be in the description down below, so definitely go and check them out. Okay, so are we going to be getting a Snape backstory / prequel movie? Well, at the moment, the things that we have had confirmed is that HBO are going to be doing a Snape kind of backstory prequel. We're not exactly sure yet whether it's going to be a movie or like a feature movie or maybe like a series. We haven't actually had anything really confirmed as much as that, other than there is talks and there is something in the works that is going to be related to Snape's backstory. And either way, whether it's going to be a film or a series, it has got the Harry Potter community excited. So we now know that this is definitely something that is in the works, so it makes me kind of wonder exactly what we're going to be getting. So we all know that Snape has a pretty substantial backstory. We know a little bit from the Harry Potter movies, but obviously this is kind of going to be focusing more so on Snape's backstory. So we know a little bit about his mother Eileen and his father Tobias, and we know that he took his sort of half-blood prince title from his mother's maiden name of Prince. So maybe we're going to get a little bit more kind of in-depth story into his relationship with his parents, what their sort of dynamic was. I know that his father was a muggle, so maybe there's a little bit of like resentment towards the father that we see a little bit more of. Who knows? And of course, we learn that from his childhood, he meets Lily Evans, who will become Lily Potter. From my point of view, I think a lot of the focus is going to be on the sort of history between him and Lily. We're going to see a lot of their relationship blossom and bloom into this big friendship that they have. Of course, then they go into Hogwarts together. They get sorted into two different houses, and that's kind of where we see James Potter coming into play. We'll probably see a little bit of Sirius Black, Peter Pettigrew and Remus Lupin as children as well. So that'll be really interesting to see if we just see like a little hint of those characters or whether we get a little bit more of a focus. We also know that James plays quite a big sort of part in the bullying of Snape, so I'm hoping that we get to see a little bit more of that side of it. But part of me hopes that it doesn't become like a James Potter bashing movie, because I don't think he deserves that. I know like people have this kind of love-hate relationship with the whole Snape and James situation. Personally, for me, I think that James was a foolish teenage boy that hopefully subsequently grew out of his childish ways and became the great man that Harry was kind of envisioned him to be. So I do hope it's not kind of like going to be like a James Potter bashing story if they kind of do that within that part of the movie. But I think it is very important for Snape's story to kind of see the torment that he goes through at the hands of James and Sirius and the others too, but more so those characters. Obviously then we'll see Lily and James ultimately get together, which will push Severus into a sort of darker path. We'll then see him obviously become a Death Eater and follow Lord Voldemort and kind of come to that kind of point in his life as well. So I think it's definitely something that we need to delve into is his backstory. Obviously, we didn't see a lot of it within the Harry Potter movie, so I think having something like this that is completely dedicated to Snape would be a really awesome thing to be able to see. To kind of be able to see why he became the person that he was, to maybe see a different side of Snape as well, because I know a lot of people that I talk to that don't like Snape, don't like him for a lot of the reasons that they see in the Harry Potter films without really understanding his backstory, especially if they haven't read the books as well. So I think it's definitely important to see the backstory of Snape, to maybe see that other side to him, the caring side that really loved Lily or that had this brilliant friendship with Lily, and then just kind of got absolutely tormented through his Hogwarts years and ultimately turned to the dark side. Star Wars reference.
I'll never turn to the dark side.
So I definitely think that it's needed to see his kind of upbringing, his journey through Hogwarts, his friendship with Lily, and really see that compacted. Because I do think that regardless of whether you love Snape or you hate Snape, you've definitely got to agree that he has a really interesting and complicated backstory. So it's definitely something that I would be very excited to see. So as yet, we have not got any kind of confirmation on a date of when this is supposed to come out, but I am definitely really excited. I'm really hoping it's going to be in the very near future as well. And I would really love to see more of these kind of backstories. If this is something that they're going to be doing, I think that it'll be absolutely amazing to see certain characters that you don't really get a lot of context about from the Harry Potter films kind of play out before our eyes. Something that I know a lot of Harry Potter fans are calling out for is a Marauders series. So obviously focusing more so on the lives of James, Sirius, Remus and Peter. I would absolutely adore to see that kind of movie or that kind of series. I think it would be absolutely amazing. Gives us more in-depth sort of information about the characters, more sort of story development, character development that we didn't fully get, sadly, from the Harry Potter films. So what do you guys think of a possible movie or sequel for the backstory of Snape? Are you excited for this? Is this something that you'd want to see? What kind of things would you want to see sort of depicted in this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, then please do give it a magical thumbs up for me so that I know. And don't forget as well, if you haven't done already, to please hit the subscribe button to become part of my little magical community, and turn the notification bells on as well to be notified every time I upload a video. And I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye, you guys.